How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG, which ended up giving us another green day. This stock is seeing momentum, so I want to make sure you guys are prepared going into Thursday. I know some of you are going to be catching this video the day of, so keep in mind when this video was recorded, which was on Wednesday evening, all right? I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We see that BBIG is looking bullish, and I want to make sure you guys are prepared. And then afterwards, we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. We already know when it comes to the short interest, this can contribute to the volatility we see inside of the stock, so we want to have a good idea of what is going on. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. Were institutions loading up on shares today? What was happening on the retail side? Was there a lot of buying or was there a lot of selling? We're going to find that out. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details, so let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $6.81, being up 6.57%. On the low, it tested $6.15, and then on the high, testing $7.08. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 58.248 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 34.493 million shares. So when we see this above average volume in BBIG, you guys already know there's a high chance we're going to be having a green day, especially since it has been seeing some momentum. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 56.04. And when we take a look at our moving averages, of course, we have price action above all of them. So that is the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So I was talking about an area of resistance for BBIG would be right here at this $7 level. We ended up testing $7.08 before being hit with some selling pressure. No surprises there. But one thing that was good to see, we were able to hold up support at $6.15, not too far from the 21-day EMA where it's at $6.22. So if we can start using the 21-day EMA as support moving forward, things are definitely looking good for BBIG. So let's see if we can hold up around 622, especially going into the open, just in case we end up getting that pullback. And if we end up actually holding this area down, this is where I'm going to want to see us actually get past $7.08 where we tested today, and then the next line of resistance would be here right around $7.43. So this is something to keep an eye on. I can see a lot of traders wanting to take profits around this particular area, but again, if you have that volume coming through the stock, we can push through this. But for the most part, hope you guys found this helpful and you have a strategy and a game plan to work around. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for BBIG. Scrolling down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we can see here for October the 12th and as well as the 13th, we have Bedell Financial Consulting that closed their position, and we also have FNY Investment Advisors that closed their positions as well. And we already went over the new open position that happened on October the 12th. So now when we take a look at the short interest, we can see for the dark pool short volume ratio being at 51.19%, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 21.9 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 1,000, updated 24 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow free rate being at 28.08%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 11th, it was at 54.65, and now the close for the 12th being at 51.19. So it has gone down a little bit, but BBIG continues to have short squeeze potential. And we can see this even alone from the short shares availability. So keep an eye on this play. It has been seeing a good amount of momentum. So this is why I say there's a lot of opportunities for traders that are inside of this play. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we can see here on the inflow, it was at 77.89, and then on the outflow, it was at 88.31. When we take a look at the breakdown on the large, we had 0.79, and then on the medium, we had 54.70, and then on the small, we had 22.40. When we see the outflow side on the large, we had 1.33. On the medium, we had 63.78, and then on the small, it was 23.20. So we ended up having an outflow day, and then when we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you see for today, October the 13th, negative being at 540.84. So there was a lot of selling. We saw selling on the institutional side, and we did see a lot of selling happening on the retail side. But again, we still had some inflows. Unfortunately, every single category on this breakdown was on the outflow side. So keeping this in mind, there are many traders who are inside of this play taking profits, trading off of the price action. So if you are holding shares, this is why it's important. You're doing your homework and you're doing your due diligence, because this is why this play is very volatile and it's very risky. And I always emphasize that so you're prepared. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, this is a play I'm going to continue to keep on the radar. One thing to be clear about, the $7 level is a clear area of resistance. I know we did have a little bit of price action above it, but what we see, there's a lot of selling pressure. And this is the area where I can see a lot of traders will say, well, you know what? I'm going to be taking profits. So that's something that you want to be aware of and adjust your game plan. As far as when we take a look at the short interest information, BBIG still continues to have short squeeze potential. So if we have more volume on average coming into the play, then we could see some strength inside of the stock. And that's what we have been seeing as of late. We want to see a continuation of that. And then also, as far as support is concerned, I know I kind of jumped topics there, but I want to make sure I emphasize this. You want to see it hold down support around $6.22. This is right around where we have the 21-day EMA. If it does decide to break through that, then of course you're going to want to see $6 actually hold up. I want to make sure I put that out there very quickly before I forget. So as far as tomorrow is concerned, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this play. I'm hoping that you have the right strategy if you're in it, and also do your homework. Do your due diligence if you're going to be holding shares. I want to make sure I emphasize this because I don't want people out there who are panic selling or FOMOing into the play feeling like, well, you know what, I need to get into this right now. It's just not a good habit to have, and I want to make sure you get out of that habit just in case that is something that you've been doing in the past. It needs to stop, and if you're watching this video, please stop doing that right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.